All right, everybody, how's it going? We have some news from around the NFL, kind of some news that we've all been waiting for. We've been kind of, waiting for this to happen. We've been wondering when the hell the Jets and the Packers are going to be able to get this trade done, when exactly they were going to be able to figure out like what the compensation package was going to be. Well, I guess this afternoon they've kind of come to the nits, the nuts and bolts of the final package. I guess there's still a little bit to be hammered out according to the Packers GM Gutekunst or whatever role he plays for the Packers. It's really hard to figure out their front office. But it sounds like it's pretty much done. It sounds like this is going to be the trade package of some sort for Aaron Rodgers. And of course, what do the Packers get? What do the Jets get? We'll figure that out real quick here. Obviously the Jets are going to get Aaron Rodgers, as you can see here. He's also going to switch to number 8, which is pretty cool. It's his old college number. So that means the Jets number 12 gets to stay retired. It's Joe Namath's old number, who Namath said that Rodgers could wear the number, but Rodgers is just going to elect to wear 8. But the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, as we said. The Jets and the Packers swap first-round picks as well. So the Jets now go back to pick 15, and the Packers move up to pick 13. So that's cool. That's cool for the Packers. They get a little bit earlier of a pick. Jets just move back. It's not that big of a deal. The Jets also get a 2023 fifth-round pick. So the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, pick 15, and a 2023 fifth-round draft pick number 170. So decent little return for the Jets there. Of course, the big obvious thing is they get Aaron Rodgers. They get to see if he's good for a year, see if they can win a Super Bowl. All that remains to be seen. But he also, he gets Breece Hall, he gets Garrett Wilson. I think they have another decent set of a couple other good receivers there that might pop now that they have the quarterbacking of Rodgers compared to Zach Wilson, Joe Flacco, Mike White, yada, yada. But the Packers, I think, who I kind of consider the winner, depending on how the Aaron Rodgers tenure plays out in New York. Like, yeah, the Jets could say they won this trade if they go ahead and win a Super Bowl, but if they don't, kind of like, well, maybe the Packers won the trade because the Packers, obviously, they swap first-round picks. The Packers, I think, get what they wanted, and what I've always heard to be their initial want of the package was a 2022 second-round pick, number 42. So they get a second-round pick this year, a sixth-round pick. So essentially, they swap fifth and sixth-round picks, and then a conditional 2024 second round pick that becomes a first round pick. So basically the conditional second round pick that becomes a first if Rodgers plays up to 65% of the plays next year in 2024. So, this year. Yeah. So if Rodgers plays 65% of the plays this year, the pick becomes a first round pick. So essentially this is a first round pick and a second round pick. And it is, a 2024 second that becomes a first. So as long as Rodgers plays the whole year, doesn't get hurt, doesn't miss a substantial amount of time, it does sound like the Packers will get a first round pick in 2024, a second round pick this year, and a sixth round pick this year for Aaron Rodgers. And they also get to pick a little earlier. So quite a good return. They could possibly be getting a first round pick for a 40-year-old quarterback. Not exactly bad. So I kind of like this trade. It seems really good. The Jets get what they need. Obviously, they were honestly just a quarterback away from being like this really good competitive team that could probably push on things and kind of see how far they could get into the playoffs. Because again, they seemed like they were just a quarterback short all year last year. They'd be in games like 19-17 and they'd lose by that score because their offense just couldn't get enough going. So I kind of think of that, like they get what they need. They get kind of like the big final piece of the puzzle. Maybe they could finally win that Super Bowl that's eluded them since, the 1960s? And then obviously also they get their first quarterback capable of like throwing for 4,000 yards since Namath was the first guy to do it. I think literally the Jets were the first team to throw for 4,000 yards, and they haven't ever done it since. So this could be a big year coming for the Packers or for the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, depending on how everything works. As long as there's good chemistry, as long as things just keep working out for everybody, we'll see what the Jets can do with this. This could be a really good pickup for them. But if they don't win the Super Bowl, they did just give quite a bit away to get an aging quarterback. So we'll see how that plays. Obviously, for the Packers, they get a bunch of draft picks. Now they get a chance to rebuild really quickly. They don't have to worry about this being like a 3-4 year process. Maybe it's a quick kind of off year this year. The next year, they bounce right back up and they're ready to go. They get to see what Jordan Love's made out of, so they get to kind of see what's going on there. And if they have a bad year this year, I mean, hey, next year's class of quarterbacks are really good, and they could have a slew of draft picks to play with and move up in the draft. Say maybe they maybe they get like the 9th pick in the draft next year, and they have 2 first-round picks, and Caleb Williams or Drake May, all they got to do is bounce up, trade 2 of those first-round picks in 2024, and all of a sudden you get your hands on Drake May, you get your hands on Caleb Williams in Green Bay, and things are looking a little sharper. That's, of course, if Jordan Love doesn't turn out to be a good quarterback. So you can start to kind of take the pieces of how you might think this trade might go, but that's kind of my initial reaction is, yeah, this is a great move for the Jets if everything works out and they wind up winning quite a bit. It's also a good move for the Packers, especially if they draft well and kind of build the team well with these picks. Even if Jordan Love doesn't turn out to be good, they can use that conditional second that becomes a first to go get a new quarterback with next year's second, or with one of their first next year, and that second first they get. So that's my kind of thoughts, I guess. What are your initial thoughts on the trade? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Do you think the Packers won the trade? Did the Jets get fleeced? Did the Jets win? Packers get fleeced? Lots of different things could be surmised from this trade. How do you think the AFC East is going to play? Are the Jets like the favorites to win the division now over the Bills, Patriots, and Dolphins? Are they still like a 3rd place, 4th place team, 2nd place team? The Bills still the favorite? Now we have another good. How does this affect the AFC? Is the NFC just completely wide open now? How about the NFC North? There's a lot of cool things we can think about and you could talk about. I just kind of wanted to look how it immediately impacts the 2 teams, because again, now I think the NFC North could go right through Detroit or Minnesota, depending on who has a better draft and finish up of the offseason. Or you could look to how the AFC now, the Jets could be the favorite to win the AFC East over the Bills and the Dolphins with the Patriots as well. Now the Jets could suddenly be a top team in the AFC East, or in the AFC in general. You know what I mean? They could be one of the 3 top teams, really, when you stop and look at all the talent, the amount of good players per starting position. So, well, we'll see what the Jets do. They have a lot going for them. We'll see if they can live up to what will now be lofty expectations. And, I mean, it's only just beginning. Aaron Rodgers is officially a New York Jet, and let the media firestorm begin, because this is going to be good. All right, so let me know all your thoughts below. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, all that YouTube stuff. It really helps us grow the channel, makes the video do better, yada, yada, yada. So, if you can, help out with that. If not, it's not a big deal. I would appreciate it, though. Yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts on the Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets trade. The trade we've all been waiting to happen since it feels like January. So, all right, that's about that. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good rest of your day, night, afternoon, mid-morning, whenever really you listen to videos, I guess. Have a good rest of that time. So just have a good one. I'll see you when I see you next. And wonder what the next big crazy piece of off-season news will be. Ooh. All right, bye-bye.